Hi, Nancy. I finally got on the right time. Hi, Kelly Cruises and Crafts. I finally got on the right time. Today, I'm going to be making... Hi, Kelly Cruises and Crafts. Oh, let me turn this off so I don't see. There. Hi, guess who, Nancy? Oh, I already said that. Okay. I got this flannel coffee fabric. And if you want a really big infinity scarf, you could leave it the full length of the fabric. We don't, so I'm going to cut it in half. And this is 1.5 yards. I have made some with 1 yard. And they're more like this one back here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll move it up here a little bit. Okay. And to get this started, I usually just give it a cut. I usually make these on my serger, but I'm not going to today because not everybody has one. So I usually just give it a cut in the center. And then rip it down. Whoops, I'm knocking everything. Okay. And this will be for another scarf. Now, what did I do with I lost my slipper. Okay, here's this. Now I lost the zipper. Oh, it's on the floor. That's why I can't find it. Ugh. Here's my lining fabric. Now I gotta find my zipper. Oh, here it is. All right, let me move this. Let me see if you can see that. I'll put you over to the ironing board. Okay. So what I do is I fold it together, right sides together, like you would a normal scarf. And I'll go here. And if you want the zipper, I go usually 10 inches in and mark it on both sides. Because I like my zipper to hang right about here. So, I'm just going to put a mark there. And I'm just going to use a pen. Because it doesn't really matter. Just so I know. But I'm going to move over here closer so you can see me put the zipper on. Okay, because I don't think you can see that far away. All right. Now let me get out of here. Oh, here, boom. Okay. See if you can see this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the wrong zipper. I just have a regular store-bought zipper. Number 3. I think it's YYK or... No, it's not YYK. It's just some zipper. So I marked it 10 inches here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the zipper inside, face down. Normally what I do is I just sew the zipper on and then I serge the whole thing because then it goes fast and it fixes the edges. So next, I just tack this side on. Just right along the edge, just sew it on. I'm hoping you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. Let me move this over out of the way. You'll see it better. And I already made a mistake. I sewed my zipper on right next. It was supposed to start over here, not end over here. But that's fine. I'm going to leave it. I'll correct the next one. Then I have my lining fabric. I just got a scrap of quilting cotton. And I am going to put it right sides together over top of that zipper. And you're going to want a 1/2 inch on each side of that zipper sticking past. Hi, Katie Crafts. Okay, so now I have just one side of the scarf. I have the zipper going face down, and now I'm putting on the lining right sides together with the fabric. Oh my God, I had a brain freeze. And then right before that zipper, you're going to start sewing. And if the zipper gets in your way, the zipper head, you can move it. This one doesn't because it's just a little number 3. And it doesn't matter what size zipper. You can use any size zipper, any size pocket that you want. Okay, so I have that sewed on. Now, I'm going to flip this over out of the way. And bring the other side of the zipper on this side. And then I'm going to stitch it down, line up the ends, and sew that on. I don't know. I just feel like I'm doing something wrong. Do you ever get that feeling? I have that feeling. I have the feeling I did something wrong. I haven't made these in quite a while. Now, you're going to take your other zipper pocket and put it up on the zipper. Oh, you're going to want to make sure your zipper's open or else this ain't going to work. Okay. And put it on top of your zipper. Line it up with the main. You're going to want some on each side. Make sure you get that other fabric out of the way that's on that one zipper. And if you want, you can go back in and zigzag around the corner. I'm not going to. This is for my daughter. she'll wear it a couple times and get sick of it. So then I'll take it back and make myself something. All right, let's line that up. Yep, that's lined up. Now I'm just going to sew down this side, and that'll put the zipper on. What size is the cotton piece? I'll tell you, hold on. I just made it a 1/2 inch bigger than the zipper. But let's see. This one's 10 inches. And you don't have to make it as long as this. If it seems like it's too big, and it's 8.5 deep. I only want it to put cash and what else? Oh, my keys in. So usually you make them pretty small, but this is what I had. I wanted to try something different. Of course. All right. I missed the zipper spot over here, so I'm going to turn it over this way so I can see where the part was. Back stitch. And then bring these two together. I went off track right at that little spot there. So I'll just remove those couple stitches. And then sew it on. Okay, now your zipper pocket is on. And what I like to do is just line up the pocket, right sides together. You know what? I think I did sew this backwards, because this has to go in. It's different than an actual bag. Or is it? Let me see. Yeah, because this will go in. Okay. Then you tuck. Something just seems like it isn't right. I should have tried this beforehand. All right, this goes down in. Yep, I did. I sewed it like you would a zipper pouch, and that's the wrong thing to do. Actually, no, because we have to turn this inside out. So, phew, I'm correct. So, now, what I do is I just sew down the sides, and I leave the bottom piece open, because you're going to want to have that for turning everything through. That's why I had you leave extra on the end so you could sew that up. Just make sure you don't go over that metal zipper piece. Yeah, let's make sure. No, didn't catch that side. So I'm going to go this way and catch that side. I'm going to turn across the bottom just a little bit so I know where my seam allowance is and back stitch. Then come over to the other side. You're just going to leave a big hole for turning. I'm just going to do my corners. Alright, now I'm just going to stitch down this side. Make sure you're not getting anything. Back stitch. Okay, now there's your zipper pocket. Now it's got to get shoved inside. This better work. I tell you, it better work. get in there. Something is not right. I just feel it. Something is definitely not right here. But then when you turn it, yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be, oh, this is sewed to there. Sorry, technical user problems here. There, I'm supposed to leave that open. All right, there we go. You shove that in there. I'm thinking I should have done it on the outside of here, not the inside. Wait a minute. Something is not right. So, I'm going to cut it. I knew I should have made one last night, so I'm just going to cut this off. I know, wasting fabric, but well, let me cut across the bottom. This is too big anyways. I should have just made it with, most people make them with no inside pocket, but I like the inside pocket better because your stuff doesn't jiggle around. All right, there we go. Now, we're just going to leave it hang on this side, both of them for now. And then we're going to start sewing. So your pocket's not inside, it's on the outside. Until I see what I did wrong, I'm not going to mess. And then I'm just going to start stitching here and go all the way down the end of the scarf. Just line everything. And I'm doing 1 inch because I didn't cut off the selvage. Because I normally cut that off with the serger. So, we're going to go right on that pocket, right at the edge of the pocket, and stitch. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing 1 inch. Alright, let's go back to 1 inch. Sorry, everybody. And maybe cell phone too. Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. Yeah, I made these last year for Christmas and everybody loved them. Now I'm going to go all the way to the end and back stitch. Okay. Oh, you can put a cell phone in the pocket, yes. So here's my tube. Now I'm going to put my hand in and go all the way to the other end and grab the tube and pull it through up to the other side. So you're going to have like a half a tube. Oh, that's what no, that's right. Okay. And I forgot to sew the end shut, so I'm going to do it real quick. The very edge where I didn't start, where I moved the zipper down, I'm going to stitch that up. Make sure I'm not bunching it up. All right. Okay. Now, we got our tube. It's half full. You're going to find the seams and line up the seams together. And I made sure my zipper pocket was open. For turning. But normally, if you're doing it with no pocket, you would leave a small space here for turning, which I will do just to show you. Otherwise, you could turn it through that pocket. Or if you've forgotten sewed your pocket shut, you could do it that way. Alright, so there I have my tube, and it's all clipped around. I'm going to sew all the way around. I'm going to start right before the seam and go, and then over here I'm going to leave a hole for turning. And because this doesn't have an arm, you know, that you can take off, I sew on the inside. It's not going to hurt anything. And I'm going to do an inch also. Because that way, if you want to serge it, you have. And I go over the seam twice. I guess I should take these pins out. Springs. Whoops, I didn't leave a very big hole for turning. Actually, I didn't leave one at all, so I'm going to close this up. Because I wanted the hole over here. So I'm just going to take out these few stitches right here. Of course, when you're on a live, that's when you gotta mess things up. If I'm by myself, I make it with no problems. Okay. Now, my hand won't fit in there. And you could also turn it through the zipper. But I forgot to leave this hole, so I'm going to do it this way. Alright, that's good enough. Now, you're just going to stick your hand in and just start pulling it through the other side. Just grab a hold and just start pulling it. Pulling it through. Okay, I've got it all pulled through. Now I still have this hole here that I would put together and not the bottom. And then I would just stitch that. And this is a good place if you want your label in, to just stitch right across there, or you can hand stitch it and put a label there. Now let me check out the pocket to see if I did it correctly. Okay, here's your pocket. Well, good thing this is for my daughter, because look, I should have cut the selvage off. I forgot, so I will fix that with hers later off screen, or maybe leave it and see if she notices, but she will probably notice. And there's your pocket inside. So you're just going to want to take your pocket out. This is bizarre the way it does that. And just stitch your pocket and then shove it back in. You're going to have seams showing, which I don't care for, but this one, that's the way it's going to be. So I'm just going to stitch it all the way around. Normally you would use the same color thread. All right, I'll probably have to keep this one. She'll have a fit. But I think if you did the pocket, all right, there it is. And there's your pocket. Of course, I got to tidy up this when I do the other. See how that's gaping open at the end? You don't want that. So what I do is shove the ends in. Usually I cut those off and then just put them in. But I'll fix that later. I'll show you one that has a nice pocket, because that one don't. All right. Here's one of the ones I made last year. I only had 2 left. All right, here. Here's this pocket here. Oh, okay, and this one has, well, it looks like on this one I sewed the sides up. I must have sewed the sides up and left it to one side and then just sewed the bottom. So I'm going to grab a tab or a tag and close up my pocket. And as soon as I find my tag, oh, here they are. Alright, so I have this little tag here. It says, I'm handcrafted, take care of me. I'm going to put this on where I left the hole for turning, which you didn't need to do because you could have turned it through the zipper pocket. If I can find that. But normally, I did have some tags that said Monty May Boutique for Etsy, but I ran out of those. And the ones that I have I'm using up first are Monty May bags. That's what my grandmother called me, Monty May. So now I can't find the hole. Hi, Moldy. Getting ready for a wet day today. So far it's nice here, but I have a feeling that's going to change. has. Oh, it's got to be over here. Here it is. There it is. Okay, here's the hole I left, which I will leave the pocket next time. There's the hole. I'm going to put my tag there. But if you wanted this hidden, you wouldn't want your tag there. You'd want it inside your pocket. So I'm not going to put it there. I want mine hid. I'm going to keep my $1.75 away from the thieves. All right. Closing up that hole. Now when I do my daughters, and so you can barely see where that seam is, especially if you put it in the middle. You can really notice the salvage. So this one will have to be fixed. So I'll see if I can't do this one the correct way. I'm going to cut this in half too, because I really don't like them real too big, because then and this I pre-washed first, but you don't have to. I would just add a little extra fabric because it will shrink. And I've made it with fleece. They turn out nice. All right. So, and with the serger, you wouldn't have all these ends. This time, I will cut off that salvage because I wasn't paying attention. And I don't want to have to redo something. I'm getting sick of the old seam ripper. Seems like that's all I do lately. Probably I'm not getting enough sleep. And you could do this with a rotary cutter much easier. But I got so much crap over there. I may have to put my sewing room back downstairs because there's just not enough room up here. Oops, I missed that part. I don't like these pinking shears either. So how's everybody? 80? Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. So how's everybody doing? Anybody working on any good projects? Believe it or not, I did iron this before I came on camera. So I wouldn't have to do that much. But I had to go buy an ironing board yesterday. I couldn't find mine. How do you lose an ironing board? I must have gave it away to somebody that needed one. I don't know. It's gone. I looked in the closet where I keep it. It's gone because I normally use a little tabletop one. Well, I got tired of it falling over. So I just ran to Family Dollar and bought I thought I was buying a cheap one, but it was 30 bucks. I couldn't believe it. And this flannel was just, I got last year on sale at Joann's. I have a whole bunch of it left. So I'm going to be using it up. I don't do craft shows anymore, but... Alright, now, this one I'm going to line up correctly. Where'd my tape go? Here it is. And I'm going to go in 10 inches, put a mark, and that's where my zipper is going to start, not finish. So, and I just have a regular purple zipper. It's, let me see what the measurement is. Good thing I wore my space shirt today because I'm really spacey today. It's 9 inches. Oh, making placemats. I need to make some of those. We don't have any. Of course. All right, so I've made my mark here. I'm going to line up my zipper face down on the inside. So I'm just going to move this back and put it on that line. And then clip it. Just the one side together, not the other side. And if you're worried about that little metal piece at the end, you could just cut it off and sew there, which I think I'm going to sew before it, so then I can just get rid of it. All right, where'd my foot pedal go? Except you weren't supposed to sew through your flannel. Oh my God, I swear to God. If I make one more mistake today, instead of water, I might have a rum and coke. You have to wait until you put it together to do that. So anyways, you clip it on. All right, now I'm going to stitch down this side. If you wanted to, you could add the lining and do it at the same time. I like to do it separately. Oh, he's not better yet? Well, I hope he gets better soon. All right, now I'm going to line that up. I got fabric falling underneath here. Yeah, yesterday was a real disaster. I didn't get any sleep at all because I was at my uncle's house and he kept getting up. And I came home. I couldn't do nothing right. Apparently my daughter forgot to let the dog out. So I kept smelling something. Well, here it was the rug. So I had to tear the rug up. Well, it had that, what do you call it, tape? Oh, wait, this goes here. You know, the double-sided tape to keep, oh my gosh. It was like pulling teeth trying to get that up off the floor. So I washed it. It's outside now. Oops. I forgot. I got to leave on both sides of this so I can stitch up the corner of the zipper pocket. All right. Now I'm going to do this part. I'm starting right at the end of that zipper, and I'm just stitching all the way up. And then I'm ending at the other zipper and back stitching because I want to leave some of the lining fabric out so I can stitch it together. By the way, Moldy, this is take 2. So now we're going to want to turn that lining out of the way so it's inside like that. You can top stitch that if you want to. I'm not going to. So now you're going to take your other piece of your flannel and bring it up to that zipper and line everything up. You want to line up your end. Okay. Then you're just going to sew where the zipper is for now. And when we put the other one on, then we'll do the beginning. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get that zipper. Back stitch. Make sure you keep that lining out of your way. And your other part of the... You don't want this in there either yet. Okay, now you take your other zipper pocket and line it up with the other side of the zipper. And this time I'm going to sew from that side so I know where to stop. Start right at the end of the zipper. You don't want to sew that shut. Just go down your zipper. Make sure you watch you're not getting the metal. Okay. Now you're going to pull. This time we are going to sew it shut. The sides only. That's why we left the overhang past the zipper, because we're going to stitch that. Oh, I forgot I changed cameras. We're going to stitch right along there, right up next to where you stopped sewing, but not on the flannel. And you're going to want to back stitch. And go right off. And you're going to want to do the same thing for this side. Go right at the end of that, where you stopped, where the zipper was. Back stitch. All right. Now I'm going to sew the end part where we left the zipper part off, you know, the beginning. If I could talk today, it would be a miracle. I'm doing an inch back stitch, and I'm going to stop right up at the top where we stop the pocket. And go right up to that stitching. Push that pocket out of the way, and then back stitch. So you actually did stitch all the way to there, but you kept this out of it. Now you're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Line these up. Actually, I'm going to start at the end, because I want to make sure this is even. So I'm going to line this up and clip it. You don't have to clip, but I'm going to. Since I'm having such one of those days, I want to get one project right today. Yeah, I started making these scarves when I started walking because, you know, then I wouldn't have to take anything with me. So it's great when you're going walking or to the park, or if you're going shopping like to a craft place or something, and you could wear that. And all right, that's all I'm clipping. That's enough. All right, now I'm going to go straight down 1/2 inch. Or 1 inch. Oh, Moldy, this is a great idea. And yes, you can turn it right side out through the pocket. This one I'm going to turn right side out through the pocket. I'm not going to leave the hole like I did on the other one. And it better work. Okay, we're coming up to that end. We're going to make sure we keep this pocket fabric out of the way. And we're just going to go right up on the other side, right where that other stitches are, and back stitch. Okay, now. Now we're going to stick our arm all the way down to the end. I like doing it at the seam because that's what I line up. So, and then I grab a hold here and then just pull it through. And then line up that seam. And you can nest those so they're not bulky. And you don't have to use flannel. I just had extra. You can use like a knit fabric or like a nice sweater fabric. I think I made one out of my an old handmade sweater one year. And I made one out of the faux fur. That was nice. I think I still have it, but I don't know where. Since I've moved everything around, everything's lost in tubs. All right, I'm going to start right before that seam, back stitch, and this time I'm going to go all the way around at 1 inch. But if you have fabric that doesn't fray, you could go less. But with the flannel, I like to give it extra. And then I either pink the seams or use the serger, but I'm not going to. Whoops, we got something caught here. There we go. Okay. And just go around with pinking shears and clean off all your edges. These aren't pinking shears, but... So now, I'm going to stick my hand in. Oh, I forgot to say, leave the zipper open, or you're going to have trouble like me. Oh my gosh. Good thing I've been through this before. I know how to get it over there. Hopefully. I don't know why this only happens on my lives. I don't think anybody has this much trouble. And there's barely enough. Good thing I left this one little spot open or I'd be in real trouble. Because this one has one of those locking my goodness. Well, let me see if I can get this out to give it a tug. There, I got it open a little. That's good. There, we got it. Yes, remember to keep your zipper. Okay, now we're just gonna start, reach in, grab, and pull it through the pocket. And it should all come out. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, so now you're just gonna, you could take this to the iron and iron this up real nice to close it. But since I don't feel like burning myself today, I just think that would happen if I did it. I don't know. Now this time I am gonna put my little label in the pocket that says I'm handcrafted, take care of me. All right, now I'm just going to stitch the pocket shut. And back stitch. And when I did mine as gifts, I put stuff in the pockets. Like I hid some candy in one, candy canes. If I wanted, you know, you could put a gift card in there, whatever you want. And it's just a cool way. And then when they find it in the pocket. And I always use a fun fabric for inside the pocket, even if I'm doing like a plain color. Like when I did the fur one, I put a wild pocket in there in the inside. So I had a pop of color. So this one turned out. Yay! So there's your zipper. And you can just put it on. And if you want it longer, you can do it longer. But I like it up like this. This is how we like it. You could go up to 2 yards. If you wanted it thicker, you could use... Oh, you can't see. Here, let me put it up a little. All right. There we go. That's around my neck twice. And I like it loose. I don't like anything tight on my neck. If you wanted it longer, you could do it longer. If you wanted it to go around your neck 3 times, I think 2 is enough. And if you wanted it super wide, like some of them wear, then you would just use the whole 1.5 yards. I like getting 2 scarves out of 1.5 yards. So there you have it. One that's done, one that needs fixed, and 2 more to go. But I'm not going to do all those today. Oh, thank you, Moldy. Hi, Marie. Oh, thank you. Yes, knitting takes forever. I used to crochet the infinity scarves. Yes, these are nothing. I'm like, boy, I could whip these out in no time. And it's cheaper because any good yarn is so expensive. And then I go to the craft show and there's like, why is your stuff so much more expensive than the other person? I said, it's quality. Quality over quantity. And I said, I only use the, you know, top of the line yarn or something. But yeah, because some of the yarns I used were, you know, expensive. But then I used the cheaper stuff on, you know, some cheaper items for some of the people. But I never lowered my prices. If they didn't want to pay it, I might have sold less, but I still ended up making more money than somebody that worked their butt off selling scarves for $8, $9, $10. Ridiculous. So, but don't get me started on that tangent. I am going to edit this film. I'm going to keep the live, but I'm going to start taking the projects that I do in the live and edit out the parts that show you what to do. I'll leave the mistakes in and make it shorter. So there's a, tutorial also that will be online, and I'll probably make a short out of it. This Saturday is going to be a sew and chat. I've got my Zoom working, figured it out. So after the chat, if anybody wants to go into a private Zoom and sew together, they're more than welcome. Any subscribers, welcome. You don't have to have a channel. If you just want to go in there and show the stuff you've made or anything like that, I think it would be fun. So that's what I have going for that. At least this turned out better than my interview the other day. I was a nervous wreck. So yes, they need to be knit worthy. Yes. Because if you're going to knit something and take all that time, why use a bargain yarn? Use something really nice and luxurious, and then you have it. I still have some of mine that I made. My mom likes the neck scarves, but I can't knit. I can knit a scarf and it's never pretty. That's it. But crochet, I can make anything. And I would take coconut shell buttons and put on, and everybody loved those, but I think I only have one coconut shell left. But I have tons and tons of vintage buttons, and I'll dig out nice big ones and put on stuff. And the ones that I have given those to, they still have them. So that makes you feel nice when, it's not at their garage sale that summer. So oh, you're moving to Illinois? Okay. Well, stop in anytime. Because I thought the Zooms would be fun. I might even do it during the week a couple times. No schedule. Just pop in and sew. And you don't have to sew. If you crochet or knit, you can do that. If you paint, anything crafty. If you just want to get in there and hang out and, with other people, feel free. But that's all I have for today. And I'd like to thank anybody for coming. Did anybody have a channel in here? Oh, Around to It. Let me put it in her link. Hold on here. Let me put hers in. Whoops, that ain't it. I just learned how to do this the other day. Okay. Now. There, your link's in there. Does anybody else have a Decatur area? Oh, okay. Does anybody else have a link they want shared? Any other channels? Yeah, after Christmas, I may do a couple videos of shirts, because I made the shirt I'm wearing. I just did it on a serger. It's just, stretchy fabric. That's what I tend to live in, comfortable clothes. But I had to go somewhere today, so I actually had to get dressed. Oh, looks like I froze. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Okay. Definitely. Okay, I'd like to thank Around to It. Oh, Kelly's Cruises and Crafts and Katie's Crafts. I'll put you in the in the description box before I end the chat, so you're in there. Yeah, because it doesn't let me do it with the app, so. All right, I'll be back. Kelly's Cruises and Crafts. All right, here we go. All right, there's that link for the other channel that's in the chat. Let's see, I thought there was another one. I have that Nightbot, and you can somehow put the links in there, but I haven't figured that out yet. Me and technology are not great. Oh, Katie's Crafts. So I got to look up that one. There we go. I thought I was subscribed to her. Well, I'll subscribe. Hopefully this is the right one. Oh, you don't have a channel? Well, oh, well, good thing I didn't copy it then. Well, I subscribed to another Katie Crafts. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'll see you again. I'll have a live on Saturday for sure. And I might have a premiere on Friday. Depends on what I get done. Thanks. Okay, wait, I gotta end it over here.